Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. Today's video, market update time. I know I'm a couple weeks late. We were on vacation, but I still want to get these numbers out to you so you have a really good understanding of what is going on in Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee. If you are a home buyer, these market updates are very important for you to track what's going on. I suggest you subscribe, even if it's just for the local housing market updates I do every month. If you have any interest moving to Temecula, please reach out to us. We're a licensed brokerage and appraisal company here. We know the market very well. We know prices very well. We've been doing this a long time, and I'd be happy to help you with any questions. Actually, even if you're coming here on vacation, you can call me and ask me what there is to do. Restaurants, things like that. So without further ado, let's get into the November market update for Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee. Okay guys, so let's hop right into this. As always, I do Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee. Just gives a bigger sample size for you to really see what's going on, not only in Temecula, but the surrounding area. Plus I sell in all three of these cities as well. First thing we're going to start off with is new listings. Now, I said last month that I figure that these new listings are going to drop off a cliff. We're not even in December yet, which is historically the worst month, and we're well below what it looks like for at least Murrieta and Temecula historically over the last 5 years for November. One of the biggest reasons that, in my opinion, new listings are going to be down for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, or until interest rates start to drop a little bit, is sellers just don't know where they're going to go. They now have equity. They now have a 2.5% to 4% interest rate. So if they do sell, what are they going to do? Can they buy another comparable home right now, even with the equity that they have, with a similar payment that they have now? And that is honestly just hard to do. And that's why I see this number, the new listings. Hopefully it picks up in the spring when historically that's when a lot of people put their homes on the market, but I really just don't know what is going to happen if we get rates up to in between 8 and 10%. Why would you sell your home unless you're renting, unless you have to move, unless you're moving to a different state? There's a lot of reasons. Of course, people still are going to have to sell, but for the people that might want a larger home or downsize, or move into a 55 and older community, those people might be holding off just because it's not worth it for them right now. So in Temecula, just to give you an idea, there are 103 new listings in November, Murrieta 109, and Menifee 144. If we go to last year in November, it was 162, 188, and 204. So that is a huge difference. 60, 70, 80 homes, especially in Temecula and Murrieta, is a big number for a smaller sample size or a smaller city in Southern California. Okay, so next up, active listings. Just seems to reason, that the reason that you are seeing the downturn in regards to active listings is just there's still buyers out there that want to purchase homes, and there's just not a lot of homes for them to choose from. So if you have a pool of 700 buyers, but only 50 homes to choose from, it just stands to reason that this number is probably going to continue to go down until the new listings start to go up. And again, active listings, in my opinion, aren't going down as fast as I thought they would with the number of new listings. Again, one of the biggest reasons is it's just unaffordable for so many buyers. I have tons of buyers right now that still want to buy a home. The demand is still there, I promise you that. The issue is they can't qualify for a $4,000 a month house payment, and they're unable to come up with the, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 down to make their house payment not only affordable in their eyes, but also affordable in the lender's eyes as well. So these two are very telling in regards to what is going on in the market. And one of the reasons I strongly suggest that if you are looking to purchase in this area, that you watch these every month, because you'll see the trends and what is going on in all three of these cities. Now, the other thing that I did want to point out is the active listings. Even though there are very few new listings, we're still at a higher point in regards to how many homes are on the market compared to, let's just say, March, all the way back to March 2020. And I've mentioned this again, or I've mentioned this in previous videos. I think 2023 is going to be a great opportunity for buyers to get a home that they actually want. Through this whole period, from 2020 all the way up to March 2022, 2 years, many buyers had to settle. So if they wanted a pool, they couldn't get a pool. If they wanted solar, they couldn't get solar. If they wanted a fully upgraded home, they couldn't get it because there were 10 other offers in 30 minutes, cash, $100,000 over list price. And it just pushed a lot of home buyers to not only purchase a home that they weren't, that they didn't absolutely love, but also push them just straight out of the market, and they stopped looking. So again, in 2023, if you are looking for a home in any of these three cities, the opportunity to get what you want is going to be there. Okay, so next up, very important, as you can see from September 2020 all the way through May 2022, we had an average days on the market, let's just say 5 to 8 days. And now we are up to 33, 37, and 33. The last time we saw these numbers was back in December 2019. The highest in the last 5 years was January of 2019. So we are getting to the point where I'm not saying this is normal, but we're definitely in a market that is more normal historically, and we can go back to the max 10 years. See, we're still, if you look over the last 10 years, let's just call the average about, anywhere in between 40 and 60 days, and we're not there yet. We had this crazy run here from 2020 to 2022, but historically, you are in a market or coming into a market that is going to be 40 to 60 days on average in the market. So if you are a seller, please don't blame your real estate agent if you don't have 7 offers in the first 3 days on the market. It's going to take some time. You have to price your property correctly. You have to offer incentives like buying down the buyer's loan or, a rate. There's many things that you can do to make your home more enticing. If you have any more questions on that, just contact me and I can go over everything that you might want or need to know before you list your home. There's a ton of information that people need to know about appraisals, about rate buy downs, about closing costs paid. All of these things, when you put them together and get your home listed, this will help you and not be stuck in the market, like many other homes will do over the next 6 months. Okay, so percentage of original list price. And we had a really good run from 2009 to May 2020, March 2022, where it was even over 100% for many, many months. We are still at 94, 95, and 96% in Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee. So that means if on average, if the home is selling for $500,000, they're generally selling their home for $475,000. That's basically what this means. So just take 5% off many of these homes' original list price, and that is what they're selling for. One of the biggest reasons this is happening is a lot of sellers are still thinking that the market was 6 months ago. They're insisting on listing their home at what their neighbor got 6 months ago, and the agents aren't maybe giving the best information at times, maybe just trying to get the listing. But you need to have somebody, if you're listing your home, you need to find an agent that's going to be honest with you, even if you don't want to hear it, because in the end, if you are trying to list your home at prices that were 6 months ago, you are going to lose more, in my opinion, than the 5% right now than you would if you just listed it properly and gave the proper incentives in the first place. Okay, and then finally, and I'm going to bring this back to 5 years, the average median sales price. And what's interesting to me here is, even though the days on the market have gone up substantially, we've seen a downturn to some degree. But if you look at the last month, you have a big month where it goes down, but then it goes back up in Temecula. So let's just call it August 2022, 686 the average sales price in Temecula. Then it went back up to 722. Then it went down to 680. And then it went up to 685. So in the last month, both Temecula and Murrieta had gains in regards to average sales price. And Menifee pretty much stayed the same. It went from 552 to 550. So it'll be interesting to see over the next 2 to 3 months where this eventually ends up. Are we just going to see it stay in between that 700 and let's just call it 550 range, and we're going to have some months that go above 700, and then we're going to have another month where it goes below 700, but we're always going to stay in this range? Or are we going to see homes get down, let's call Temecula down to the mid 650 on the average sales price and stay there? I don't know the answer to that. Bottom line though, and I say this all the time, if you are purchasing a home in Temecula, Murrieta especially, these two cities are safe with good schools, great community. For the most part, pride in ownership. So over time, you are not going to lose on a home in either one of these cities. People want safety. People want to get out of the big cities. There's many reasons why I feel that these three cities are going to do well over the next 10 years. And the reasons I just talked about, are just a few of them. So there you have it, guys. A quick market update. If you have any further questions, please reach out to us. We're licensed as a brokerage appraisal company. We've got tons of 5-star reviews on Google. Look us up. And I look forward to helping anybody with any questions you might have about the local housing market.